الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well. Welcome to, for those for whom this is the first session, so welcome to this session. This session is designed or is being designed as we're teaching a new approach to study and understand the Quran, which is Quran by Quran. Even though it's tafsir to understand Quran by the ayat of the Quran, but I'm teaching Arabic language through the Quran itself. And I will work in a system or in an approach that we go through Surah Al-Hamd, and during the course of going through the tafsir, the translation, and the word by word translation, and along with the grammar, we'll go through the different passages of the Arabic grammar as well and learn the surah as well. So normally when people teach Quranic Arabic, they say it's classical Arabic, and then they choose different topics and they bring in different examples and teach Arabic language that way. But through my experience and seeing different books, I feel that there's still a demand and a need that a different approach needs to be adopted, which is teaching the tafsir of the Quran, the translation, and the benefits and the ahadith of the Ahlul Bayt al-Muslim incorporate in one session, in one class, and go through Surah Al-Hamd and Surah Baqarah with the understanding and translation and the grammar together, and also examples, exercises to be provided. So normally exercise, when they are provided randomly without any meaning to them, just to teach you the concepts. But what I will try to do is that from the lesson one, and inshallah I'll provide my own handouts, is to focus on the fadail of Ahlul Bayt al-Muslim Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa wasallam within the Quran, so that as you're developing understanding of the Quran and the Arabic grammar, you also develop a understanding and ma'rifat of the Ahlul Bayt al-Muslim, their merits within the Quran. So this is something which hasn't been done yet, so please bear with me. So that's the reason why I would need everyone to have a copy of the Quran, pen and paper with them. So the handouts which I show you on the screen, I will be compiling them as I teach this new approach of teaching Quran via the Quran itself, inshallah. So this is a new approach. This is something which I'm developing as I am teaching as well. Okay, so this is the approach. Now I will keep, as I mentioned, there'll be 12 sessions for this, so that you can a gist of how you find this, and inshallah I'll make it as interesting as possible, and I will incorporate a hadith of the Ahlul Bayt al-Muslim dealing with Surah Al-Hamd and other relevant topics related to the Quran as well, which will be beneficial. And even I will give you some tips in regards to certain a'mal, with regards to certain ayat of the Quran. If you recite so many times, your du'as will be accepted or protect you and so forth itself. So inshallah I will incorporate that from what the ulama have mentioned as well. So inshallah I will try to make it as useful and beneficial for everyone as well. Now, first of all, as many of you may be new students, the first topic we will be discussing will be, let me show you on the screen. Right, can everyone see the screen? Can everyone see the screen?
Yes. Yes.
This handout you already have. Now, Surah Al-Fatiha, Makkiyah. And as the first word which the Quran starts with is Ba. Now, within the Ba itself, there's a discussion that with the Ba, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started the creation. With the Ba, of Bismillah and the same ba is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also terminate, or existence will come to an end by the ba as well. And ba is that ba, as you know, that Imam Ali alayhi salam says, Ana nuqtatu taht al ba. So this is the ba which the Quran starts with, the dhikr of Mawla Ali alayhi salam, the dhikr of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Because as you know that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Ana wa Aliyun min nurin wahid. Ana wa Ali min nurin wahid. Me and Mawla Ali alayhi salam are from one nur. And from the nur of Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Imam Ali alayhi salam is created. And this is the nur of Ba'ul Bismillah. Mawla Ali say, Ana nuqtatu taht al-ba. And Ba'ul Bismillah is that dot which signifies where Imam Ali alayhi salam says, Ana madinatul ilm wa aliyun babuha. I am the city of knowledge. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I am the city of knowledge, and Mawla Ali alayhi salam, it is the entry of this city itself. And this bar is the same bar which has been mentioned in a hadith as well, that this is the bar that everything which you start in this dunya, if you want it to be having barakah, start in the name of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And one of the ulamas have mentioned about Ba'ul Bismillah. This is so close to the Ism Azam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala within Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, that the white, the eye itself, the white and the black, this is the actual comparison which has been given itself, that this is the actual closeness of Ba'ul Bismillah to Ism Azam itself. So, and then everything which you want to have barakah, start in the name of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And the ulama have mentioned recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim as many times as possible. And inshallah, I will mention there's two amal. One amal, it is if you have any hajat, recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim 786 times, inshallah, by the barakah of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and the barakah of Ba'ul Bismillah, your du'as will be accepted by the tawassul of this Ba'ul Bismillah. It is so great. And this is the Ba'ul Bismillah. And this ba, it says in Ziyarat Jamia Kabira, Bina Fatah Allah, and this is the Fadailu Ahlul Bayt, that we start with the name of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, everything. That Bina, in Ziyarat Jamia Kabira, it says Bina Fatah Allahu, Bina Yakhtim. Bina Fatah Allahu wa Bina Yakhtim. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created existence by the wasila of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. And all of creation is not be created for you and me, it is being created as a sadaqah for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It is due to, it is the great personality of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that Allah, he was the true servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he was the ultimate abd of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who fulfilled the right of being a servant of Allah. And due to the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allah created all of creation. That, like I wanted to become known, kuntu kanzan makhfiya fa ahbabtu an u'raf fa khalaqtuka ya Muhammad. I was a hidden treasure and I wanted to become known, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was created. And all of the 124,000 prophets minus one, all of them are inferior in position than Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So remember this point, that all of the prophets seek the tawassul of Rasulullah to achieve maqamat within prophethood and risalat itself. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the great and ultimate prophet, that all of the 124,000 prophets minus Rasulullah, all prophets sought the wasila of Rasulullah to achieve their maqamat in Allah. This is the maqam of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And in Ba'ul Bismillah, Mawla Ali alayhi salam, as he is the door of the knowledge, we start the Quran with this nuqta, and this nuqta itself, we will discuss what is the significance of this nuqta, and inshallah there's more discussion that how many letters are in Surah Al-Hamd, and the shahadat of Mawla Ali alayhi salam, and the Ba'ul Nuqta, that the closeness of Mawla Ali alayhi salam with the number 19 itself. 19, and count the letters in Surah Al-Hamd, how many letters there are, and Mawla Ali alayhi salam being martyred on the 19th as well. So if you count, there are 19 letters in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim in total as well. And you will see number patterns playing a very significant role within the Quran as well. So those who are interested into number patterns and so forth, the Quran has that another dimension as well. So this is in regard to Bismillah, but there are other things as well about the important about Bismillah. About Bismillah, it's one of, in a hadith is mentioned, this is the greatest ayat of the Quran. Along with this is the same ayat which our Imams alayhi salam have said that you have stolen the greatest ayah from the Quran. That we, the Shias, believe that Surah Al-Hamd has 7 verses. Sab'a Mathani wal Quran al-Azim. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is the first ayat of Surah Al-Hamd, and within Surah Al-Hamd, all of the 5 usul ad-din we have is embedded in Surah Al-Hamd itself. Okay, now this is that. Now by itself,
question please.
let me start after. Write the question down. I'll take the question once I finish, Doctor. Let me just start the introduction, and then inshallah I'll take the questions. Then with regards to Ba'ul Bismillah, Ba itself, now before I start, Ba itself means in or by. Ba has 2 meanings. Ba can come in the meaning of assistance, or Ba can come in the meaning of in. And in the Arabic language, now coming to Arabic now, in the Arabic language, there are 3 parts of a conversation. You have ismun, which are nouns, fi'lun, which are verbs, harfun, particles. And similar to English language as well. And then, so ismun, fi'lun, harfun. These are 3 parts of the Arabic language. And then 2 or 3 points, and then inshallah we'll go in more depth of examples. The other thing is that in English language, we have the concept of a book and the book. A book in Arabic language, it is demonstrated or illustrated by having a dhamma tanween at the end, kitabun. And if you wanted to say a book means any book, is a common noun, nakira in Arabic we call it. Indefinite, nakiratun, it's there. And when a noun has the alif lam, it is called definite noun, or the proper noun. Al-Kitabu, you're referring to a particular book. Al-Kitabu, the book. And also, every noun, when it starts in the beginning of a sentence with a in the meaning of a book or in the meaning of the book, the last letter of the noun should have a dhamma, al-kitabu, or a dhamma tanween. Kitabun, al-kitabu. So al-kitabu is the prefix to the noun. It's something which only adds or is added to a noun to make it definite itself. So this is nakiratun. A noun without alif lam is called nakira, indefinite, and a noun with alif lam is called ma'rifatun. And the example being al-kitabu, alamun, al-qalamu. And in English language, have you ever seen a person saying the a book? The a book. You never see this. That you never see that 2 different types of nouns, a common noun and a proper noun, which is the book. When you say the book, you're referring to a particular book. Both of them cannot be gathered together. Same is the case in Arabic language. You cannot say al-kitabun or al-qalamun. As you know, kitabun means a book, Al-kitab with a dhamma at the end means the book. So both of them cannot gather together. So remember this point, when there's alif lam, the last letter will only have a dhamma. This is the basic formula itself. And then, is this clear so far? Those who are new, Brother Jawad, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, is that clear for you?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, yes, it is clear. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Now, the other concept which is important is that the nouns. Now, Arabic language, it's a language of harakat. Harakat means i'rab. I'rab meaning that it takes sometimes the noun takes a pesh, sometimes a noun takes a kasra, sometimes a noun takes a fatha itself. Now, the Arabs, what they have done, they have confined what harakat, what vowels would a noun receive. So noun receives certain harakat, verb receive certain harakat. So all of the discussion in regards to the harakat, the ending of the word, of the last letter of a word, is around verbs and nouns. As we are starting, first of all, with Ba'ul Bismillah, I need to mention that all the these are all the signs in Arabic. So fatha is when they're on top of the letter, kasra is beneath, dhamma, as you know, is called pesh, and sukun, as you are aware. So that is in regards to that. Is this clear so far? Yes?
Ji.
Okay. One final point, and then inshallah I'll go to the main crux of this lesson. Now this is important, and then I'll inshallah go to the lesson itself, Ba'ul Bismillah, and talk about Ba'ul Bismillah. Now, whenever a noun has the following things. What are the following things? Three things. So all of the nouns in the Arabic language, all of the nouns in the Arabic language will have one of the three harakat. Now, Ba'ul Bismillah. What harakat does Bismillah have? What harakat does the meme have of Bismillah?
Kasra?
Kasra. Ismi has a kasra. Correct? Ismi
Yes.
has a kasra. So the original word is ismun. Ismun means name, as you can see in the translation. Ismun. Now, just one second. Now I'm going to mention this point and then I'll start. Now, whenever a noun has like bintun, jamilatun, talibun, mujtahidun, muhammadun, so all of these are names of individuals, they are nouns. So when a noun has a dhamma or a dhamma tanween, in Arabic we call it marfu'un. The state of the noun is called marfu'un. So marfu'un is whenever noun has a pesh or a dhamma, is called marfu'un. So in English we call it, if you write this down, it's called the nominative case. Nominative case. So nominative case. The next one is pesh, fatha, and kasra. So these are the three harakat that every nouns are: pesh, dhamma, and pesh, fatha, and kasra. Okay. Now, next one, mansub. Mansub, ashhadu anna Muhammadan. Here, over there was Muhammadun. Here it is Muhammadan. Kam dularan. Ra'aytu Muhammadan. Can you see the word Muhammadan?
Yes.
Dularan. Anna Muhammadan. Of course, I'm not in focus on the translation at the moment. I just want to give you understanding that the word Muhammad is coming both, but it's getting a fatha, do zabar. So this is called mansub, and we call this in English accusative case. Accusative case. And finally, and then inshallah I'll start Ba'ul Bismillah. Majroor. Majroor means when a noun takes a kasra or a kasra tanween, kasra or kasra tanween. So ayyu shahrin, ayyu yawmin, ala sariri, hadha kitabu Muhammadin. Muhammadin having kasra. So majroor is when a noun takes a kasra or a kasra tanween, like here, ala sariri, one kasra. Here, yawmin. So this is called majroor, and it's called the genitive case in English. So you have the nominative, accusative, and speak genitive case. Nominative, accusative, and genitive case. So these are the three states of every noun in the Arabic language. Is this clear?
Yes.
Can you please show the second one again? This
Which one?
accusative.
Accusative, this one. An ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu. Anna Muhammadan abduhu. So Muhammadan is having do fatha tanween itself. Okay, is that clear? Right,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
Now we will now move on to the actual lesson itself. In the Arab, so they're in Arabic. So coming back to the original discussion, I mentioned that all words in the Arabic language are divided into three parts: ismun, fi'lun, and harfun. Harfun means particles. Harfun, particles, meaning that when you say in, on, above, below. So particles, what they do in a sentence, they join on to a verb or they join onto a noun. For example, I sat on the table. I walked to school. So to is a particle. So these are particles itself. So these are parts, and ba of Ba'ul Bismillah is a particle. Now, what is the function of ba when it comes in a sentence? So what is the function of ba when it comes in a sentence? Now, whenever ba comes in a sentence, or fi, so these are the sisters of ba. Ba means in or by the assistance, and the other ba, these are harf or prepositions. They are called prepositions in the Arabic language. Now, these prepositions, I'm going to ask Sister Fatima. Fatima A, would you be able to kindly come on the mic?
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam rahmatullah. Sister Fatima, can you kindly come on the mic? Can you go through some of these this explanation, and inshallah I will help you to understand what it's trying to explain. So start from all preposition in the Arabic language. Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sure. All prepositions in Arabic take the genitive case. Fis-samai, in the sky, heaven. Elanar, to the fire. Ala safarin, on a journey. Min Qur'anin, from a recitation. Note that when min is followed by the article or a word beginning with Hamzatul Wasl, it becomes mina. Min al-jannati, from the garden. The majority of prepositions are written separately from the word they govern, as in the above example. However, those that consist of a single letter are prefixed to the word they govern, the most important being li and bi.
Excellent. Just 1 second now. So if you go back to the original examples, you'll see here, Sister Fatima, fis samai ila nari. So fi comes in the meaning of in.
In.
And ila is
To.
to. And ala means on. So
Sure.
let me just show you that. Let me just show you that examples. Just 1 second. So min means from, as you can see here. Fi in, li to. Bismillah, Fatma. B. Unmute yourself. Bismillah.
B. in, at, by, ala, on, against, ila, to, motion, ma'a, with, baina, between, among.
Exactly. So these are a few examples of preposition. Now, whenever prepositions roll, as you can see that whenever they always come before a noun, and they change it to a kasra or a kasra.
Tanween.
Exactly. So where's the example of the kasra tanween in here? Sister Fatima.
To the fire, ila nar, even minas fi samai.
Yeah, that's kasra. What about kasra tanween? Ala safarin.
Safarin, sorry, safarin.
Ala safarin.
Safarin.
Now, so here, as you can see, that safarin is a kasra tanween, and fi samai is one kasra itself. So this is, as I mentioned, when you say a sky, then it will be, if it's a sky, Sisters Fatima, how would you say that? As you can see here, ala safarin means on a journey. But if I want to say in a sky, how would you say that? Remove the alif lam. Fi sama, fi without alif lam. Remove this alif and this lam there and the shadda, and you will end with a sky.
As-sama'in.
Fi sama'in. Fi sama'in. Like there's no alif lam because there are sun. Oh, inshallah, I'll do that another time. The sun letters and the moon letters. So that's that. Okay, brilliant. Then we have. So there are two particles. So it says majority of the preposition are written separately from the word they govern, as in above example. However, those that consist of a single letter are prefixed to the word they govern, the most important being li and be. So what it's trying to say, Ya Fatima, Bismillah. I'm sorry I'm picking on yourself, but sometimes it's good to have someone there.
Okay, thank you. I'm getting the opportunity to. Shall I
here.
start from?
So what's the difference between the minal jannati and li ahlin or bi rahmatin? What's the difference between the two here? So how many letters is in the preposition? So min and bi and li, how many letters are there? Min has 2 letters and li has 1 letter as a particle, which means li.
One, sorry.
Yeah. So whenever there's 1 letter for the preposition, the preposition will join to the noun. Join to the noun. Bi rahmatin and li ahlin. Clear, Sister Fatima? Yes? Right. Who's going to come next? Jazakallah. Who is going to be next? Sister 1+ from Hyderabad. Sorry, I don't know your name, so I do apologize. Or Sister Shabana. Sister Shabana, would you like to come on? Okay. Sister Parveen Razai, Bismillah, can you come on the mic? Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Sister Parveen Razai, can you see this word here? Lil ibadi.
Lil ibadi, yeah.
Lil ibadi. So, as you can see from the translation,
For
the servant.
Yeah.
So the original word is abdun. Ain ba dal. Ain ba dal. Abdun means servant. And when you say
Abdun, no alif, just ain ba dal.
Ahsanti. So because of an abdun, and if I remove the li and put there's an alif there which has been dropped, al ibadu. So hamzatul wasl. So the alif has been dropped of alif lam. So al ibadu means the servants. Alif is dropped and it becomes lil
Abdun.
Lil ibadi or lil abdi or lil ibadi.
Lil
So this
ibadi.
means 2 or 4 the servants
Of Allah.
of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right, okay. And then we have bilwadi,
Wadi.
which means in the valley, and ba is coming there. Then over here now. Now, over here, the word original name of, or the root word for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ilahun. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha. Ilah. So ilah means
Ilah.
God, and Allah has the alif lam, so it becomes Allahu. So Allahu, and when you add wa means
Oh.
by
By
means
Allah.
this is qasam, this is oath. So wa is coming like ba, bismillah, meme getting a kasra of bismillah. This waw is a preposition, comes the meaning of and. Sorry, not and, qasam, I swear by Allah. Wallahi, washamsi, like Surah Shams, washamsi wal duha wal qamar idha talaha wal nahari idha jalla. So Surah Shams, all of these waws, there are two types, there are about 4 types of waws. There is waw qasam, which is a qasam, Allah ki qasam, I swear by Allah. There's the other waw, which is called waw haliya, which indicates that how you are traveling. That Mawla Ali alayhi salam, when he gave his ring in namaz, that waw which comes in ayah wilaya is waw haliya, indicating the state of Mawla Ali giving his ring in sadaqah. So this is waw examples of prepositions. Now, clear? Is this clear?
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Now then what we have, I'm teaching in a different way, so that's the reason why I'm going forward. I want you to go through some of these words itself. Narun.
Narun. Sadqatun.
So
Hurfun.
what does narun mean?
It's a fire.
And the plural is
Niyarun.
niranun. Niranun.
Niranun.
The next word?
Sadqatun.
Yep.
Sadaqatun.
And translation of the next words, please.
Sadqatun. Alam. And Urfun. A'rafun. It carries right-eyed. A'rafun is a simple word. It's uruf.
Yep, heights, yep.
Sabilun. Subulun. Way, road, path. Safarun. Asfarun. Journey. Zalalun. Error. Fasadun. Corruption.
Yep.
Hamdun. Prize. Ahlun. Ahluna. People, family. Shamsun. Sun. Rahimun.
Yep.
And Sabirun. I don't see the other. It's sound. Pensions, satisfies.
Excellent. Right, so these are the words itself from this lesson itself. Now over here is now going to use the examples here now. So fi is coming, and now the definite article alif lam has been joined, and it is huruf shamsiya. So huruf shamsiya, as you know, the sun letters, that the lam becomes silent and the previous letter joins fis sadaqati. So is it getting a kasra or a kasra tanween, the sadaqat?
Just kasra.
Because of why? Because of the alif lam.
Alif lam.
Next example, fi, which means in.
Fi zalalim.
In clear error itself. So how are we reading? So why is it dhalalin? Why we cannot say fi dhalali mubinin? Why we have to say fi dhalalin mubinin? Why?
Because there's no alif lam.
Correct.
And second, alan naran. It's again it's alif lam, and we silent the alif lam and direct alan nari.
Correct. So it gets one kasra, alan nari.
One kasra, alan. Yeah.
And baina is again a preposition in the Quran.
Yeah. Yeah.
How would you read it?
Baina samai wal arzi.
Baina samai wal ardi. Jazakallah khair. Thank you. Next person who is new, Fatima Abbas.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you start from number 5, please, Sister Fatima? Bainal.
بين السماء والأرض.
Correct. So here you see some baina as-samai, between the skies, heavens, and the earth. So baina as-samai wal ardi. Because of baina, the last letter of the word is getting one kasra, not kasra tanween. Why is it not getting kasra tanween? Because of the alif lam. So whenever there's alif lam, there's no kasra tanween. It's only one kasra.
بين المؤمنين.
بين
There's a fatha here at the end. بين المؤمنين.
Good. بين المؤمنين. أحسنتي. Now,
So there's a fatha at the end.
okay, let me explain this and write this as a note on your book. The original word is mu'minuna. The ya which you see there, change that ya in your handbooks and change that ya to a waw. Al-mu'minuna. Al-mu'minuna. Clear, Fatima?
Yeah, mu'minuna.
Mu'minuna. So mu'minuna is the original word. So mu'minuna is the original word. This bainal mu'minin, the type of word this is, it's called sound masculine plural. Sound masculine plural. Urdu में कहते हैं, अरबी में कहते हैं जमा मुज़क्कर सालिम. जमा है, मुज़क्कर है, मर्दों के लिए है और सालिम है. जमा मुज़क्कर सालिम. Okay? Yes?
بين
And whenever this word mu'minuna, muslimuna, khashi'una, sadiquna, whenever they come after any preposition, they will change from waw noon to ya noon. That's the reason why it's bainal mu'minina, not bainal mu'minuna. Inshallah, I'll teach this another lesson, but just need to know that this is jama, sound masculine plural, and the original word is al-mu'minuna. Because of baina, is changed to mu'minina. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Inshallah, in the coming lessons, I'll teach in more detail. I cannot teach all of the grammar in 1 hour. Next example, Bismillah. Baina. Amongst the
tribes.
Amongst the tribe. Amongst the nation.
Nations. Okay.
And then
Ma'al qawmi
zalimin. With the transgressing or the oppressed oppressors amongst the oppressing nation.
Nations.
So ma'al qawmi al-zalimin. And then we have finally number 9, ma'ar rasuli. Ma'a means with. Ma'a means with. Ma'ar rasuli. With the Rasul. With the
Prophet.
Yes.
Alal huda.
Okay, usko chhode abhi. Then we have I'm deliberately choosing certain ones. Then we have ila. Ila, as you know, towards. Ila adhabin adhimin. To a great punishment. Azab means punishment. Adhim means great. Towards. Can you see adhabin adhimin? Having kasra tanween. Yes. Is this clear? Everyone so far, is this clear? Who is finding it too difficult?
Yes.
What was yes? Too difficult? Stop the lesson.
No, alhamdulillah, easy to follow.
Right.
Jazakallah.
Next step now. This is now what I'm preparing myself. Give me 1 second. Let me just bring it onto the screen. This is now the fadail of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam from the Quran. These are exercises which I'm preparing now. So as I'm teaching, I've prepared this. Over here now, I'm going to ask Sister Elia. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Bismillah. Come on the mic.
Yeah.
Now, let's go now here. B. B is coming. The root word here is abdun. The root word is abdun, like ismun or bismillah. Ismun. Here, B is coming. This ba is changed the har abdun. to abdi, bi abdihi.
Abdihi.
So this is
Yes.
a preposition.
It's a preposition. Be is a preposition. So it has changed the abdun to abdihi.
Exactly. So dal has changed to a kasra itself. Min
Okay.
means from,
Uh-huh.
and it's changing the last harakat of the dal, and it's become, so normally as al masjidu, and it's become.
Masjidi. Kasra. Okay.
So when you're traveling, you travel from one place to the other. So the word ila means what?
2 words.
Exactly. And then we have min again.
Huh.
And the word here ayat. So inshallah, when I'll send this out, I will send you the singulars and the plurals of this word. Ayatun is the plural of ayatun. Alif, yata. Ayatun means a sign. Just ayat Quran ki ayat, sign. Ayatun means signs.
Signs. Yeah.
Okay? So
Okay.
these are prepositions. Now, this the reason why I chose this, let me explain now. Sister Bismillah Fiza, Elia, can you read the whole ayah and then I'll
Yeah.
explain and translate as well.
Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Subhanalladhi isra
Asra,
bi'abdihi.
asra.
أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى الذي باركنا حوله لنريه من آياتنا إنه هو السميع البصير.
Translate now, please.
Okay. Bismillah. Glory be to him who made his servant to go on a night from the sacred mosque to the remote mosque, of which we have blessed the precincts so that we may show to him some of our signs. Surely he is the hearing, the seeing. Sadaqallah.
Now, this ayah itself, this is the fadail of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. How is the fadail of Rasulullah? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he was a nuri khalq, he was saying Subuhun Qudusun Rabbul Malaikati Waruh. Allah, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was doing the praise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Subuhun Quddus, and he was remembering Subhanallahi walhamdulillahi. He was praising the creator of all of this creation itself. Now, look at the beauty that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves his mahbub, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam goes to the Miraj, the fadail and the tasbih which Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam did for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah is mentioning those tasbih for his prophet, for his abd, of being able to go for the Isra itself. What a status of Rasulullah. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, glory be to Allah. Asra bi abdihi, bi abdihi. He mentioned Rasul, bi abdi, to with his servant. This is the greatest position of Rasulullah, that he was the ultimate unique servant. All of the 124,000 prophets except Rasulullah, he is the ultimate Khatamun Nabiyyin. This is the maqam of Rasulullah. And then the ayat, the signs of Allah, were shown. And from these signs, the nur of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam descended in the form and in the nasl and the offsprings of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. But the nur of Sayyidah Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha was something, a ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for which Rasulullah had to go to the Mi'raj to bring the nur from the heavens to the earth itself. All of them are from the one nur, but the nur of Fatima is unique itself. I'll go to the ayat which deals with the nur of Sayyidah Fatima Zahra. This is from Surah Najm, verse number 18. I will ask Brother Jawad, Bismillah. Do you want to come on the mic?
Yes, please.
Number 18. لَقَدْ رَآهُ لَقَدْ رَآهُ
لَقَدْ رَآ مِنْ آيَاتِ رَبِّهِ الْكُبْرَى. Certainly he saw of the greatest signs of his Lord.
Fatima Zahra salamullah alayha is Ayatul Kubra. This is the ayat of Surah Najm. In Tafasir has mentioned لَقَدْ رَآهُ مِنْ آيَاتِهِ min ayati Rabbi al-Kubra. Fatima Zahra salamullah alayha is one of the greatest signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in ahadith it says, لو كان الخلق. The hadith says, the hadith says that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to create beauty in the form of a human, lakanat Fatima. Fatima Zahra salamullah alayha is the manifestation of the beauty and the perfection of Rasulullah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there is another point which is mentioned in regards to Fatima Zahra, that she is it says Assalamu alayki. Now these are the maqamat. Like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave trials and tribulation before creation, even Fatima Zahra salamu alayha gave trials and tribulation before creation. It says in the ziyarat of Fatima Zahra salamu alayha, Assalamu alayki ya mumtahanaki qabla an yakhlukaki. O salam and salutation of Fatima Zahra, who gave trials and tribulation before creation. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala behind the hijabat did the trials of Fatima Zahra in the heavens. What were these trials and tribulations? Allahu a'lam. Fatima Zahra salamullah. This is the maqamat of Sayyidah Fatima Zahra salamullah. Laqad a'a min ayati rabbihil kubra. Fatima Zahra is one of the greatest signs, and this is evident on the day of judgment. Inna Allah yarda biridhaifa. Inna Allah yarda. Surely Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with the pleasure of Fatima Zahra salamullah alayha. And ulama have mentioned on the day of judgment, Fatima Zahra's radha is not only for the heavenly, the earthly people. Even on the day of judgment, Fatima Zahra is malikatul jannatain, or dunya, both of the words. Say the Fatima Zahra, she is the owner of the hereafter, of Jannah, and also of this earth itself. That whoever Fatima Zahra is happy, he will receive the radha of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right, okay. Next example. Next example is, I think I will end on this last example.
Yes, can I have a quick question for the first one?
Yes.
Here, if you see it is mentioned as bi abdihi. Here means if you see there is no al, and even we are ending it with the only kasra, means if
Mullah aapko salamat rakhi. Ahsantum. Excellent. That discussion, ba is giving a kasra to the dal, bi abd, but there's no alif lam, so why is bi abdihi coming? This is the discussion for our next session, that there are two ways that a noun can take a kasra rather than a kasra tanween. One is alif lam. It stops it from getting a tanween. You cannot say al-kitabun. You will always say al-kitabu, al-abdu. Okay,
yes.
The other way is by possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns is the next discussion, inshallah. Possessive pronouns, when you say meri kitab, uski kitab, hamara gar, this is giving it ownership. It's restricting it to one person. Like alif lam makes it the house, the book. When you say his book, Muhammad's servant, you're specifying it by the pronoun or by the name. When you say Ali's book, this is making it specified. Inshallah, I will talk about this next session about possessive pronouns, how possessive pronouns prevent the noun from getting a kasra, tanween. It just only gets one kasra because of he means his. His is referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Glory be to him who made his servants.
Yeah, okay.
So whenever, you can write this point down, whenever there is a pronoun with any noun, the first word or the first noun will not get a kasra tanween.
Okay.
Or tanween. You can write tanween. It's not kasra tanween. You can write tanween, tanween or kasra tanween. You can write both of them down. Very good question, mashallah. That is the next discussion. Why? Because even here, min ayatina.
Min ayat. Yes.
It's not bi ayatin, it is min ayatina. Our signs. Whose signs it is? Allah's signs. So again, a pronoun. Pronouns are pronouns mean when you say he, she, our, my, these are pronouns. So they are called when they are joined to a noun. फिर कहते हैं ज़माइर मिल्कियत, जब कहते हैं हमारा घर उसका घर, this is called a nouns of ownership, possessive pronouns.
Okay.
Is this clear? So that's
Yes.
the reason why I marked them blue here. I've marked it deliberately blue because this is something I will explain next session. So far, is this clear?
It is clear.
Everyone, is this clear? This lesson so far? So next session, it will be continuing from where I'll share this handout. I haven't finished this yet. You can see that I have put ayat with قال ربك للملائكة إني جاعل. Bismillah, Jawad. What's fil ardi?
Fil ardi. Fil
So
ardi
fi-
khalifa.
Exactly. Fi is coming, and the last letter is getting a
Qasra.
exactly. Exactly. So inshallah, next discussion will be a continuation of this lesson. I haven't finished this because what I'm doing, because I'm teaching Quran Arabic through the Quran. So one discussion will join to the other discussion. As you said, as you mentioned, why is it bi abdihi? I will start from that point next session and I will continue this, and you will see. Acha, let me go back before I end. You know, give me 1 second. Let me just show you something. Look at here now. Bismillahi. Now this ba, the meme itself, is not taking a kasra, is not taking a kasra tanween, but it's taking one
Kasra.
kasra. This is what we discussed. Yeah. So inshallah, next session, I've explained to some extent Bismillah ba. Now we're going to understand and ask the question, why is it not Bismin? Why is it Bismi? We learned already when there's alif lam, it takes only one dhamma, al-kitabu or al-kitabi, bil-kitabi. But here, there's no alif lam, but it's coming with one kasra because of ba. But now we need to understand, why is it not kasra tanween? That's the next question I will answer next session, inshallah. Inshallah, I hope today's session was a different perspective, a new way of teaching Arabic language, which I'm developing as I'm teaching this class as well, inshallah. So there's no book. I'm making my own notes, trying to teach in a different method to make it enjoyable and teach as much as I can within Surah Al-Hamd and Surah Baqarah, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajjal farajahum. Yes, Sister Elia.
Yeah, so the exercise you were showing all the ayahs, like you're doing it yourself. Can you share
Yeah.
it with us so like we can print it out and like
I will. Let me finish it. I'm still writing it. As soon as I finish, because I need to give you the vocabulary as well, so that as we are going through these lessons, I want to increase your vocabulary. So I will write the singulars and the plurals down as well, so that you develop your vocabulary and along with learn the Quran and the translation of the Quran and the meaning and the harakat of the Quran as well at the same time. So that's the reason why I've just done ba yet. I haven't done ism. I haven't done Allah. I haven't done ar-Rahman. I haven't done ar-Rahim. Why is ar-Rahmani, ar-Rahimi? So this will be the next discussion. After ism, and then we ar-Rahmani, ar-Rahimi. Why are they getting kasra? When I said every noun should get a dhamma, a pesh, ar-Rahmanu, ar-Rahimu. Why is ar-Rahmani, ar-Rahimi? So this is the way, inshallah, I will go through the Quran step by step and teach, inshallah. I hope this is interesting.
Yeah, mashallah, Sheikh.
Yeah,
your word-
Jazakallah, sir.
May Allah bless you. Like I personally, like I am able to read a lot of books now, and when the du'as are read, I understand a lot of them. And when I'm reading the Quran, it's more enlightening for me now. So thank you for all your hard work which you are putting with us. Inshallah, may Allah bless you.
Well, we
So
need to
when
have
will our
Hajj
next
season.
class?
Inshallah, next class will be the same on Friday at the same time as well. Inshallah, if this time is suiting everyone, so there'll be for Africa, India, Dubai, Middle East. This timing I will keep because I know some people are not be able to come today. First session, they will listen to the recording, so inshallah they can listen as well to this as well. Doctor, yes, Dr. Rahim. Bismillah, ask your question. Yeah, Doctor. Unmute yourself, Doctor. Any other questions from anyone? Any feedback?
Can a sukoon be regarded as a haraka or no?
It is a haraka. No, so no, it's not a haraka. It's a
No?
no. Well, it is a vowel itself, but you cannot say that a letter is a letter. It is a haraka itself because sometimes some verbs, as you know, take a sukun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is a haraka. That's the reason why I've mentioned that. Yes,
Okay, thank you.
because sukun comes with verbs. Lam yalid, walam yulad.
Yeah.
Bismillah. Next question. Any other questions? Feel free if you have any questions or any comments, or if you want to compare this lesson with other lessons and you want me to change the approach, I'll change it. This is something which I'm developing myself, and what I feel is, but I've seen other courses available and they're lacking this type of interaction with the students and this approach. So that's the reason why I'm working with this new approach.
No, alhamdulillah, this is excellent, brilliant. I think this is the best we could get, inshallah.
Inshallah. Says Fatima,
No
where are you from?
changes. I am from Bombay, and as of now, I've just moved to the UK, so this timing actually suits me more.
Okay, no problem, inshallah. No problem.
Jazakallah, thank you.
Muhtaj as well, inshallah. So inshallah, please write to the notes, and inshallah I'll send you this handout to yourself shortly as well. Inshallah, give me about a day or tomorrow, inshallah. I'll send them by tomorrow, inshallah. Jazakumullah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
Jazakallah.
wa ali Muhammad wa ali
Jazakallah.